There's a shortcut to getting what you want. There's a shortcut to manifesting that life that you want, to living that life, to experiencing all these things you want to experience. And that is connecting to the energies that are around you. It's knowing how to utilize it, knowing how to connect to that inner compass that just you have all the answers within you. How do we get answers to arise simultaneously with the questions? This is something that we're addressing in the video today. Good morning. I've taken some time off recently to really connect to spirit, and this is something that I'm called to bring forth here because my eye twitches every time I hear people say, especially men, oh, it's the gut feeling, which is basically, in reference to their intuition, which is basically saying that I'm letting my fear guide me, because the solar plexus, like the gut feeling, that is where the ego resides. That is where, when you feel anxious or when you're scared, this is where you're feeling it. So when people say things like, oh, you have to follow your gut feeling, it's basically saying I have to follow my ego's fears and I have to give in to that. And this is something I really want my followers to move away from and to really step into what is true intuition, because it's just here. And can you pick up on all these things that are just naturally yours? They're your birthright. We hear things, we know things, we see things, and it's just always there. So how can we connect to that? So this is the full moon today, and in honor of that, I want to begin by sharing a powerful session that I recently had with a client, which I have really with all the clients. When we get into this work, they tell me what they want, they tell me what that vision is, and I ask them, are you behaving like the kind of person that is worthy of that vision? Because obviously what you're doing right now is getting you to where you are right now. So if you want something different, you have to change who you are. You have to change how you behave. You have to change your belief systems. You have to change your patterns. And I get this a lot in relationships, like men say, okay, well, this is the kind of woman I want. And I ask, would that woman want you? Do you show up as worthy of that woman? Or even when people say, well, I would want more money, I would want this kind of lifestyle. Are you the kind of person right now who would have this kind of lifestyle? Are you there making those difficult choices? Are you there stepping into that discipline? Are you going for what you want? Because where you are right now, it's your current belief systems that are getting you there. So how do we shift that? With this full moon, I encourage you to really step into, what is it that I want, and who do I have to be? What is this person who has all these things, how are they thinking? What are their belief systems? What are their patterns? How do they move? How does their day look like? And how is it that you can bring more of that today? Because touching in with that intuition, the most powerful way to unlock it, and this is in regards to however you want to access it. This may be clairvoyancy, or it may be more audible, or it may be some people just feel textures. It really varies, and all of this can be developed. But to develop any of that, it starts with stepping into your authenticity. This is who I am. I'm owning all of myself. I'm going for what I want. I know what I deserve, and I'm making steps towards it. So how can you do that today? I'm going to be creating a lot more content focusing on how is it that you can have all these energies work with you. How can you use your guidance? Not as that worked out great, but actually consciously like, no, I need help right now. Can you support me? Because I have all the answers within me, and I know that. And so do you, and all of us. We have everything that we need within us. We always have that compass, but many people just don't know how to use it. So I'm going to be creating a lot more content in regards to that, especially for those of the masculine essence, those wanting to step in to their balanced masculine, but having trouble because they haven't integrated that feminine and those emotions and the feeling, and it seems so wild and way too much. I definitely know how that feels like, and I want to serve as that bridge and connecting that, because once we begin living like that, once we begin living intuitively, it's just easy. You just know. You don't need to overthink. And that masculine can really experience that freedom of life, not to be burdened by life, because it's simple. All the answers are within you, and that's what we're connecting with today. So, again, what is it that you want to create, and what is that? How do you have to act? What do you have to believe? What do you have to think? What are those action steps? How does that person behave? And what is one step that you can take to get closer to becoming that version of yourself? On this note, have a powerful day.